You are now listening to the No News Podcast. Weapons free, mainly force authorized.
All right, all right, all right. Let's get this straight real quick. All right, cool. All right. So as you can see, I changed my avatar yet again. Doesn't really matter. Long as the message is the same, right? Long as the message is true, tried and true, and there's some substance behind it. So the only reason I'm live right now, I normally like to plan out my topics, a couple weeks in advance, just to give y'all a good video, just to have something that y'all can roll around a bit. I did prepare for the last video I did on Umar quite a bit. The original video I did the same thing. And what's amazing to me is that people in the face of evidence would still doubt everything that I told them what was happening. I went through the website. I went through Dr. Umar's Instagram. I went through the permits, the deeds. I also looked at some of the things he showed us on YouTube versus Instagram and so forth. And I still get a few comments that trickle in. It happens. You're going to have a lot of detractors who don't believe anything you're trying to say. And it is what it is. I mean, some people, you can show them that somebody shot somebody right in front of you, and they're like, well, what happened? We don't know what happened. So what I've done is I went to his Instagram. Something told me, I had a little something told me to go. Nobody outside of myself said anything, but something told me to go check his Instagram to see if he made any new progress in the school. And then I found that he had addressed me specifically in a video. But before I get to that, let me tune up my iPad here. I'm gonna show you this TikTok that I did the other day once I found out what it is. Now, where I started this video, it was unintentional where I started this video. But when you see this particular clip, it screams incompetence. It really does. So let me go to my shared screen. All right, so here we go. And we're going to play this one right from here.
Please don't send me no resume if you haven't donated to the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. Don't send no resume, family. If you ain't donated to the school, don't be sending no FDMG resumes at gmail.com. Don't be sending no FDMG resumes if you ain't donated to the school, please don't send your resume for no job. How you looking for a job and you ain't made a donation in 9 years? How you looking for a job and you ain't made a donation in 9 years?
I want to preface this by saying he's had 3 months to address everything that I said on YouTube. Please continue.
Yes, sir, brother Ant. You know what? You might, but because you working indoor, if you can get one, get one. Yeah, I say go ahead and pull it. That way we ain't got to worry about no nonsense because you know they be watching me. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead and get the permit. That way we covered. Okay, brother. Got you. All right. Yeah, we going to get some carpet. I want carpet in the principal's office. The principal...
I am the only YouTuber who's ever addressed anything. Now, I'm not going to go through the entire TikTok, but you get the gist of it, right? Let's look at some of these. Well, I can't pull up the comments at this. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. So here are some of the comments on that particular video. Now, I wanted to show you this to see where I'm going with this. In the previous video that I did, I went through, like I said, I went through the paperwork. I showed where work was being done. And you look at the permits versus the work he said he was doing and so forth. And there's a key piece in there I just learned recently as I was looking through the paperwork again. So he's asking for all these donations, yet this man is in a different city every single week, like at least 2 or 3 per week, the way it seems. If you look at the thumbnail, you'll see a few dates there where he's flying all over the country doing speaking engagements, when with the following he has, all he has to do is run his YouTube channel and put the information out. So why isn't he running his YouTube channel and Instagram at the same time, making this money? He don't need our donations, essentially. And the way that he's having people donate, if you don't know anything about PayPal, Facebook, Pay, Instagram, not Instagram, but Cash App and whatever the other service is, when you send people these money, it's like Western Union. It's a gift. Once you send it, it's gone. None of these are official funding sources. You don't see election campaigns where they put out a Cash App or Facebook Pay or PayPal. You don't see that, because those dudes have to account for every dollar that they get because of campaign laws and tax law. And I don't think a lot of people realize what's really going on when it comes to sending people money like that. It's almost considered a gift when you send money through these channels. But every once in a while, he'll put out a tweet saying, send your tax deductible donations to this place. And then he'll follow it up by saying the Cash App or the PayPal.me or whatever the hell he says in his videos. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here in a minute. But let's go through some of these comments on the TikTok. I used to think he was a real deal, but after seeing that school boarded up still earlier this year, I was like, damn, I'm glad I never sent money. And it makes sense. When you look at that video and you see the wood on there, if you've ever been around any type of construction, you see the wood. When the wood starts turning gray, that lets you know it's been there for a while. That's not new. If you go to Google Earth, which I'm going to pull that up here in a minute. If you go to Google Earth and you look at the property, it shows you pictures from 2017, 2019, and 2020. Oh, crap. Sorry about that. And it shows you all these pictures from when the school, before he got to school, because he got it in February of 2019. And you can see all the things that happened. You can see the school when it was open, when it was called Moyer, Moyer Academy. Before that, you can see the buses. You can see some of the school as well. And when they finally decided to close that property down, they boarded up all the doors and windows, which is standard practice for a lot of buildings to keep the vagrants out, to keep people from setting up shop in this place, to keep theft down, because, you know, people like to steal the wiring and plumbing of the walls. So with all those things considered, it still looks like he hasn't done much with the place. And looking at the permits, you can tell he hasn't done much with the place. But allegedly, he has all this money that he's been taking in month after month, video after video. When he did live streams on YouTube, people were sending in cash apps, you know, crazy. One thing nobody has seen is his books. Now, I'm not hating on the man by any means. I want him to be tried and true. But you can't sit here and talk about black men and accountability, but when several people, I've seen like at least 50 videos where people have asked this man where the money is going. He has, if you have nothing to hide, just tell us. Oh, I hired this company to do this. I hired this company to do that. I got a general contractor coming in to renovate the place and give us an estimate on how much it's going to cost. And then once I get that cost and the breakdown, I'm going to go through the paperwork and show you where your money is going. He's done none of that, at least not to my knowledge. And that's where I have a problem. You talk about black men and the responsibility in the community, and yet here's your opportunity to set an example, be the leader you claim to be, and we get nothing. The only response I've seen you give people is donate and I will answer your question. I'm pretty sure some big name people have donated. And if I was a guy who was in media prior to this and I donated and you had divulged the information to me, I would have turned around and told it to everybody else, because people need to know. It's good business, good advertising if you can tell people exactly where their money is going so they're not being taken for a fool. But you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that at all. But anyway, let's look at some more of these comments. Frederick Douglass married to a white woman, which we knew that. He was married to a black woman first, but that's neither here nor there. This guy says, I'm a building instructor inspector by trade. Carpet doesn't require permits, only electrical, plumbing, and mechanical systems. Now, that's something that he brought to my attention because I kind of missed it. When I watched this video at least 10 times to make sure I didn't miss anything. And, you know, every now and then you still miss minor details. I was focused on looking at the video and what he was showing in the school. You don't need, I don't think I've worked in a place, unless it was spec'd by the state, where you had to have a permit, or they required you a permit to lay down carpet. You need permits for the ironwork when they build the structure to the place. You need permits to lay concrete. You need permits to twist any nut, bolt, wire, anything, throw plumbing in. You need permits for all of that stuff. You really do. And it's crazy to me that when you go back and look at it, there are so many permits missing. It is insane how many permits are missing for this particular school. But you got this guy, you know, trying to fake the funk like black men ain't nothing. And we're missing, you know, we're just trying to figure out where the hell the money is. A lot of us is trying to figure out where the money is. And then you got this guy right here. Only women fall for this. Now, it's supposed to be open in 2024. Now, if you've watched this school and you follow Umar for any length of period of time, I've probably looked at his content for probably the last 10, 12 years. And I noticed that several opening dates for this school have come and gone. Now, he's only addressed the setbacks on one occasion, but he bought this school in 2019. He was unsuccessful in his other ventures, which means he should still have the money that was donated to him between 2010 and now. If he didn't blow it all, he should still have a bulk of that money. He should have the lion's share of that money. So coming into this situation where he got the buildings for damn near free, it didn't cost him it cost him $20 based on the deed paperwork to get 2 buildings. Now, let's say he got, a quarter of it, for the sake of argument, let's say he got $250,000 per year since 2010 all the way up till now, and being gifted $20 for a building. Being gifted buildings for $20. That's a drop in the bucket. Even if I added up all the permit costs and all the estimates that I saw on the website, it's still a drop in the bucket compared to what he allegedly has taken in. And it's crazy to me that nobody's called this out since before now. I'm not the only construction professional. I'm not the only person who could pull permits and look at them to see where this stuff is going. And you got this dick rider right here. Where's the school you're opening? I said the same place yours is. I'm not interested in opening a school. What I'm interested in is people telling the truth, things that empower people, give people a sense of hope, things of substance that people can get behind. We have far too many institutions that are steady lying to folks and keeping people stuck and just feeding the machine instead of building people up to where they can sustain themselves. This is a prime example. You got single mothers, people ain't got anything. You got so many people giving their last dollar to support this school, and there's nothing coming out of it. You're just taking advantage of those who are disadvantaged right now. And I don't like that. I put out a video about the school once before. I put a video about all the different trades you can get into to try to improve your situation. That one video alone has done more for the community. If enough people watch it, it will do more for the community than Umar will ever do. Then you got this person, nobody was on that phone. I can believe that. I can trigger, alarms or whatever on my phone just by tapping the damn button and pretending that somebody's on the phone. Like, it looked kind of scripted. Like, he looked really upset because he had to address a certain individual about the things that's going on in the school. Because one of the things in that video is like nobody's seen the inside of the school. And then we're going to get in that video. I'm going to break it down. I'm going to stop periodically and break down some of the things he said in that video. And then, like I said, the idiocracy of the video is that he's telling folks that if you didn't donate, don't send your resume. It's hard enough to get teachers in public school, but we got this school that ain't even started yet. You don't have any idea what the salary is, and I'm pretty sure they try to con you out of that. And you're asked to donate before you can send your resume in. Now, don't get me wrong. I've never seen a place where you had to spend money to get the job. Either you put in your application, send your resume in at the same time. You may show up to some events they have to show your interest. They may vet you that way, or through a friend of a friend of a friend, maybe through some joint fundraising to get a certain position or job. I've never seen somebody have to donate before they can send their resume in. That's a red flag. Okay, thanks. Other black people doing things like this, so we pass. No one is watching you. Filth holding carpet. Talking about Umar yet again. I mean, how many people is this who've taken folks for a ride and take their money and not offer them anything? Michaela Pink, I did a TikTok on that. Follow me on TikTok, No News Podcast, right there. But there's been folks who've gone to prison for doing what Umar has done, and yet we see nothing at all. Like, it's insane to me. But as I queue up this other thing here, and I'm gonna go through this video, and this is gonna be the last thing I do today, then I'm gonna get out of here. I'm just putting this dude on notice. I even tagged him in the video just to show him that I'm aware that he's been talking about me. I know that whole video has something to do with me, and I'm going to break down exactly what he did in that video. So let me go back to my shared screen now that I got it queued up and ready to go. Let me mute my desktop audio here, and we're going to play this video.
This is your big brother, Dr. Umar Tunde. This is your big brother, Dr. Umar Tunde.
Now, I'm not the only one that thinks that him repeating himself is annoying. It's a psychological tactic, if you don't know this by now. If you repeat something over and over again, sometimes people drift towards it or become controlled by it or manipulated by it. So please disregard him saying things 3 times.
They coming to you live and direct inside the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey RBG International Leadership Academy for Pan-African Excellence, brothers and sisters. Oh,
all right, let me stop right there. All right. Part of my job, sometimes you got to do what's called a TI, a tenant improvement. And in those tenant improvements, you may have a space being renovated for whoever's coming in, which is to FDMG Academy, incoming tenant of about 4 years so far. You bring in a general contractor. They assess the place, look over the plans, and assess your needs. Like, say you want to open a restaurant. They take a small space, look at the prints, do a mock-up, send it to their engineers, and they design the place for you. If this is what you want, you pay for it, they get started. They hire their subs, and they go for it. That is a quick overview of how that works. People who come and renovate houses are considered general contractors. Whatever work they don't specialize in, they hire out subcontractors to come do the work. Okay, there's a lot more that I'm kind of leaving out, but I don't want to bore everybody with what's going on. So we're going to continue. Now, you notice as he was walking through the place, ceiling tiles are missing. Now, from my experience, the only time you see ceiling tiles missing is if somebody's doing work in that section. They may slide some tiles to the side and so forth. Or they take the ceiling tile out if there's a leak through the roof. Now, prior to him acquiring this place, it sat empty. It's very possible there may be some roof leaks. Maybe he pulled some ceiling tiles for cosmetic reasons so he can shoot this video. But it's nothing to get the power turned on. I showed you the permits. We had some people did some work done. As cheap as that is, well, for what he spent for this huge ass building, pretty cheap. Got the power back on, everything's running, just so he can shoot his videos. Here we go.
yes. Oh, yes. We got a school to finish. We got a school to finish, brothers and sisters. Oh, yes. Y'all ready for that paint day? Y'all ready for that paint day? Who pulling up on paint day? That's Baba Rock. Bob.
Replace the ceiling tiles before you talk about paint. They're about $100 a piece. They're acoustic ceiling tiles. You got to have those in schools.
Rock. Alafia Baba. Alafia. Not yet. Okay. What's your ETA?
I don't think anybody's on that phone. Most people, when they're shooting a live video, whether you have 2 phones or not, you would either ignore it and continue to talk to your audience, because I'm pretty sure this clip was 15 minutes long. It's about 15 minutes long. So I've never seen anybody go on Instagram, go 15 minutes with people in the audience. They got questions, I'm pretty sure. They're probably sending gifts and donations, depends on where if he's multi-streaming or whatever from his phone. But he's answering the phone, wasting people's time. Not to mention, we don't even know who this individual is, but he references him twice in this video.
Okay, I'll be right out front. All right, Bob. Oh, yes. We getting the school ready, brothers and sisters. Oh, yes. Who pulling up for paint day? Who pulling up for paint day, brothers and sisters? What color y'all want the boys' bathroom? Mm-hmm. What color do y'all want the boys' bathroom?
We don't care.
What color do y'all want the boys' bathroom,
Nobody
brothers
gives
and
a
sisters?
shit.
What color y'all want the boys' bathroom?
Mirrors.
Oh, yes. Hit the Cash App. $sign FDMG School. Hit the Cash App. $sign F. What color should the hallways be? Are we keeping this color? Are we keeping this color, or are we changing the colors to the hallways, brothers and sisters? What we going to do?
What the hell?
What we going to do? Let's get some water for libations. Let's get some water for libations. Y'all want to keep the color? Y'all want to change the color? What we going to do for the girls' bathroom? What we going to do for the girls' bathroom? We keeping the same color? What we doing for the girls' bathroom? We want to change the color of the stalls. We want to keep black. I don't want to keep black. What color we going to paint the stalls? I don't think
Possibly
the girls
more
want
work to
black
be done.
stalls, brothers and sisters.
Did see a permit on that.
What we going to do? What color for the hallway, brothers and sisters? What color?
Notice the broom in the
Gold
background.
for the rooms? What y'all thinking? What y'all thinking? What color? All the rooms need to be different colors, I think. All the rooms need to be different colors, I think. What y'all? I'm thinking 2 colors per room. What y'all thinking? 2 colors per room. What y'all thinking? 2 colors per room? What we gonna do? This is King Kong consciousness. I build institutions. I don't just sit on YouTube running my mouth. I build institutions. I don't just sit on YouTube running my mouth.
So since he said that, right, you know who he's talking about. He's talking about me in this clip. You build institutions. No, you don't. It takes about a year to build a school. I've worked on about 5 schools myself. Those are year-long projects. This school, let's see. Let me show you when this, I'm going to show you when this school was built. Specifically. Document search. Here we go. Hang on, I'm queuing it up right now. And as soon as I queue it up, let's see. Whoops, wrong one. Wrong one. Give me 1 second. So he's sitting here talking about, I don't sit on YouTube running around. You're doing the same. Listen, I don't have to do anything. I really don't. None of us here are responsible for doing anything. That's what we got paid taxes for. That's what the government is for. And I get it. There's some issues with the way our kids are being indoctrinated, right? But don't try to sit here and make it seem like we absolutely have to. It's still a choice at the end of the day. All right, so let me get this off my screen here. Let me pull the iPad down and show you the screen once again. Let's go all the way back. Now, the first part of this building was built in 1947. This place has been renovated several times. 1983 effective year built, another update. Now, the building looked nothing like it did back in 1947. 1983, they probably tore it down, and you got part of what you see today. Now, fast forward. This is what I was talking about. Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, $10 freaking. Now, you want to sit here and talk about me running my mouth when I got eyeballs and I can see that you ain't did shit with this school. Those are still the same colors that were previously in the school. That is the same flooring that was previously in the school. Look at, there's no furniture in that place. Now, granted, whenever schools get torn down, a lot of the furniture and stuff is either sold or auctioned off or donated to other institutions. Where in the hell is the furniture that was there? Where's the furniture that's supposed to go into school? Did you purchase it from the previous organization? Probably not. But if he did, he should be able to show us storage receipts, because there is commercial storage where they would store certain things like furniture, fixtures, and equipment for schools. One of the last schools I worked on, they took everything out of the school that they could salvage, such as the desk, chairs, stuff like that, and stored it offsite in a commercial storage building. They do exist. Now, this freaking idiot thinks that he can walk around the school in a damn circle, and I noticed what he did. He walked out of one side of the school, hung a right, then hung another right, and you're going to see where he pops out after this. And I'm going to show you on Google Maps pretty much where he went. I can't find the building plan right now, but once I find this building plan, I'm going to show you he didn't even go through a quarter of the school before he walks back outside. You were asking us about paint colors. Paint is cheap. Do some damn work. I saw the permit for HVAC, and I'm pretty sure the HVAC in that school is outdated. Address the foundation issues that they had. The reason why they got rid of the school is a tax write-off, because it would cost them $1.3 million to fix the foundation in that place. There's a permit for that. The work was never completed. They got rid of it. That's why you're looking at $10 on the screen. These people bought this damn thing for $1.3 million, transferred it. That's a transfer fee. And then K-12 management took it over. They paid $1.225 million. And then they transferred it to you. You, sir. There's no other fees on here. I've been looking at this for 3 months. This has not changed. This hasn't changed. Notice that when they got rid of it, when they bought it for 1.3, they paid the $10 document fee. They got it from this place here, transferred it to the new Maurice J. Moyer Academy. Then K-12 management took it over. They paid 1.225 in 2017, 4 years later. But notice the amounts happened in the same year. There's no extra amount for 2019. There's no additional entry showing that you paid more than $10 on it. This was 4 years ago. 4 years ago. Between July and September of 2013, that is the turnover period when they transfer buildings and documents and people take ownership. See, if you were a construction professional, you would know how this works. You would see how this process works. It's called turnover. When you pay somebody to come in and do something for you, you sign over the deeds and everything to them, and then they transfer it back to you upon completion and payment of the final pay of the project. And then any loose ends, punch list, whatever, gets taken care of, and the building is essentially under warranty for a year. You've had this place since 2019. About to be 5 years into this place, and you haven't done anything. And the funny thing about it is, you kind of incriminated yourself with this because you're walking around the damn school showing everybody the state of the school on the inside. On the outside, we can clearly see, and I saw the permits where you got somebody to come in and paint. You got the sign people out there with that bullshit sign with all the money you're taking in. It deserves LED signs and shit like that, worthy of a school to have Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey on it. But as you can see, this old ass off-white paint, old ass ceiling tiles, those lights are daylight colored for a reason. And even they can't light up that space. Look at this shit.
I build institutions. I don't just sit on YouTube
Missing
running my
ceiling
mouth.
tiles all
Hit
over the place. Where
app.
the hell? We want to know where the fuck the money is going.
What color we gonna paint the rooms? Hit the
That's
cash
what
app.
we want to know.
$FDMG school.
I'm not accusing you of anything.
Cash app. $FDMG.
I just want you to show
Hit
your
the
work.
PayPal. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit the PayPal. PayPal.me. What color we gonna paint the rooms, baby?
There you go. We're not even 5 minutes into this video and already asking for donations. Already asking for donations. You clearly see the state of the inside of the school. This place ain't been touched. And remember when I said about the broom in the background? Now, you could pay anybody. Crackheads, people ain't got shit to put in their pockets. They'll come through and clean some shit. But here's the thing. It's a commercial building. You got to have commercial cleaners come in. They have industrial chemicals, school-safe chemicals, things that your kids can be around that are industrial, well, considered industrial, that they got to clean this place with. If you're doing construction in a commercial space, you have to use certain types of cleaner to remove all that industrial and commercial waste. And then you gotta have cleaners come in after that to remove that shit. And there's so many final cleanings, so many cleanings that have to happen in order for this space to be ready for kids to occupy. Okay? Like, there's so much stuff that goes into doing things, and especially it's more restrictive when it concerns kids. There's more restrictions on federal and state-run buildings than any other commercial space. But I guarantee you he don't know this. But like I said, you saw the broom and shit in the corner. Pay somebody a couple bucks to come in. And this is my guess. They clean it up just enough to make the inside presentable. And yet he's still walking in circles.
What color we gonna paint the rooms, family? What we gonna do? What color we gonna paint the rooms, family? Talk to me, ladies. I need that color.
Wait a minute. Did I just see unfinished plumbing? Those were copper lines. You got to have insulators come in and cover that stuff up, or you kind of lose energy. But there's state codes for that. Schools have to be energy efficient. Most schools are energy efficient. You got to have, daylight harvesting. All the plumbing has to be insulated. There has to be insulation in the classrooms. Like, there is so much stuff that goes into building a school that this man just don't know.
Where the queens with the color schemes at? Where the queens with the color schemes at? Where the queens with the color schemes at? What color we gonna paint the teacher's lounge? This the teacher's lounge. Teacher's lounge. What color we gonna paint the teacher's lounge?
And yet he
family?
didn't turn around to show the whole lounge.
What color we gonna paint the teacher's lounge?
He did not show the whole lounge. He just shows you the bathroom.
What poster? What ancestor we gonna hang up in the men's bathroom? What ancestor we gonna hang up in the women's bathroom?
He almost messed up.
Ladies.
Wait a minute. Let me go back a little bit.
How do y'all want your bathroom decorated, ladies? Ladies, how do you want the bathroom decorated, ladies?
Is it gonna let me?
School been built. We just renovating. I think I see a coon on the live. I'm about to send him to the block party.
That's like an old ping pong table in the middle of it.
If you ain't building no institution for the people,
he's being very careful not showing these other rooms because he's skipped past another one.
If you ain't never built an institution in your life without
Here we go. Let's go back. Let's go back.
I need that color scheme. Where the queens
Let's
with
see
the
if I
color
can pause
schemes
it to
at?
see if I can catch
Where
this.
the queens with the color schemes at? Where the queens with the color schemes at? What color we gonna paint the teacher's lounge? This the teacher's lounge. Teacher's lounge. What color we gonna paint the teacher's lounge, family? What color we gonna paint the teacher's lounge?
We don't give a shit.
What color? What poster? What ancestor we gonna hang up in the men's bathroom? What ancestor we gonna hang up in the woman's bathroom?
Wait a minute.
Ladies,
there we go.
Women's bathroom. Ladies, how do y'all want your bathroom decorated?
I'm trying to catch it at the right time. I got this on my iPad, and it's kind of funny how. Come on.
School been built. We just renovated.
Here we go. And you just heard him right there. He said the school been built. Don't let this man fool you into believing that the school, you know, took all this time to build. He been talking about this shit for over a decade. You had this building for going on 5 years. Now look here in the corner. This is maybe some shit that's left over, but does it justify the amount of money that he's taking in? I want you to look at how much money he's taking in versus what's happened with this school. You had some plumbing done. You had some electrical to get the lights on. You didn't see anything about any technology packages, prepping the school for, because you can't damn run the school without internet. There better be interactive classrooms in this place, or you're going to be just behind like the other regular schools. The highly privileged schools have interactive chalkboards. They have 70-inch screen TVs in there they can write on with their damn finger. They have color changing lights that change with the light outside to make the kids more relaxed and feel like they're outside learning. I mean, so many different things.
And I think I see a
And yet,
on the live. I'm about to send
because we don't own any property in the neighborhoods that we live in. Wait a minute. I mean, I'll just pause it right here. Still some lockers here, but there aren't lockers in every hallway. Now this dude is about to walk out the daggone front door here. Look, more ceiling tiles missed. I'm pretty sure this is the same hallway he was in. Like I said, he's walking in circles.
If you ain't
If you
building
pay
no
attention
institution
to
for the people,
the layout of the building and some of the stuff he's passed on the way in, he's being very careful in how he frames his shots and how he's walking with the camera, walking past the same damn broom.
Oh yes,
the school is not that. It's not small.
It's King Kongalicious.
And then he flips the camera around so you can't really see where he's been or where he's going.
Who coming to decorate the principal's office? Who coming to decorate the principal's office? Oh, yes. Who coming to decorate the principal's office? Who coming to decorate the principal's office? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I got my Millersville University hoodie on today.
And he all of a sudden has a place to set his phone when he walks outside.
Saturday. Am I pulling up the homecoming?
I mean, when you watch videos like, let me pause this for a second. When you watch videos like this, or anybody trying to show you something, please pay attention to the background and what these people are doing. Because like I said, he's not slick. He walked through the school, showed you a handful of rooms, walked back through the school, flipped the camera around. He was aware enough to do that because we don't need to see his face. We know what he looks like. He could be showcasing the school in all its glory and everything he's done, but he's really not showing you that. He flipped the camera and walked in a circle to make you think he was walking through the school. Now he's back outside. And when I finish this video, I'm gonna go to Google Earth and show you exactly where he's standing.
Millersville University. Am I pulling up the homecoming on Saturday? You good, sister? Enjoy yourself. Oh yes. Who ready for that third annual FDM? Who coming to, if you ain't donate, you're not coming to the grand opening. And please don't send me no resume if you haven't donated.
Here we go.
Please don't send me no resume if you haven't donated to the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. Don't send no resume, family. If you ain't donated to the school, don't be sending no FDMG resumes at gmail.com. Don't be sending no FDMG resumes at you. If you ain't donated to the school, please don't send your resume for no job. How you looking for a job and you ain't made a donation in 9 years? How you looking for a job and you ain't made a donation in 9 years? Oh, yes. King Kong. Yes, sir, Brother Ant. You know what? You might, but because you working indoor, if you can get one, get one. Yeah, I say go ahead and pull it. That way we ain't got to worry about no nonsense because you know they be watching me. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead and get the permit. That way we covered. Okay, brother. Got you. All right. Yeah, we going to get some carpet. I want carpet in the principal's office. The principal office is going to have carpet. So ladies, when you come into my office, you got to take your shoes off. Ladies,
See,
when
this
you
the
come
part
see the
that I showed you on the
principal, you
TikTok
got to take your shoes off.
that I had to
Ladies,
address this part.
when you come see the principal, you got to take your shoes
dude was
off
just being
before
stupid.
you walk on my plush carpet. Do you understand, ladies? But I need you to know the camera will be running because I'm not catching no Me Too's. You will not Me Too the...
You can't. After listening to this, you cannot take this dude seriously. You can't. You really can't. I'm at a loss for words right now. You cannot take this dude seriously. You really can't. This man will drive you insane. He done went from talking serious about the school to talking about ladies in the school. Please continue.
Prince of Pan-Africanism in his own school. You will not Me Too me. As soon as you walk in my office, I'm hitting record. I want you to know that. I want you to know that. So if you think you coming in there to catch me up on some cheeks, you think you coming in there to catch me up on some stale Cinnabons, you think you coming in there to trap me up on a loosey-goosey, I don't think so. A smelly Nelly, I don't think so. Ladies, I'm recording you. Don't take it personal. Don't take it personal. Everybody gets recorded when you come to Ifatunde Avenue. Everybody gets recorded when you come to Dr. Papa Boulevard. Everybody gets recorded when you come to Prince of Pan-Africanism Park. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Everything is in motion, y'all. We about to get these trees cut a little bit. We about to get these trees cut back. We gonna get these trees cut back because they leaning over too much. We're not gonna get rid of the trees. I need the trees for ancestral veneration. We're not gonna get rid of the trees. We need the trees for ancestral veneration, but we're gonna cut the branches back a little bit. Oh, yes.
Hang on, I've got to fix the image.
Oh, yes. You said you looking for a butter pecan Afro-Rican?
Here we
You
go.
said you looking for a butter pecan
Perfect.
Afro-Rican? Where my butter pecan Afro-Rican queens at? Where my pecan Afro-Rican queens at? Where my New York City chocolate queens at? Where my Louisville, Kentucky sweet caramel queens at? Where my Chicago, Illinois hot peanut butter queens? Where my Detroit, Michigan butter almond queens at? Oh, yes. Black queens forever. Snow bunnies never. Hit the
Now, keep in
Cash
mind
App,
these pictures are from
$FU
2020.
school. Hit the Cash
As I wait
App,
for my
$,
Google Earth to finish
hit your PayPal,
loading itself.
PayPal.me.
So, like I
gotta
said, he
take
put
this hoodie
some.
off. I think I got to take
You
the
can see
hoodie
where
off.
he's
It's
walking
getting a little
around
too
at in
warm
this
out here
particular
right now.
video.
I think
Fresh
I got
coat
to
of
take
paint
the
on
hoodie
it,
off, brothers
old
and
ass
sisters.
boards up. Now, if I'm not
They on
mistaken, this one right
YouTube,
here is
I'm
the high
building
school.
institutions. Who the king? They making videos. I'm building schools. Who's the king?
Yep, that's right. I'm making a video right now, as we speak.
See, I'm not the king of black consciousness because I'm the best speaker. I'm not the king of black consciousness because I got the most credentials. I'm not the king of black consciousness because I'm the most intellectual interviewee. I'm not the king of the consciousness.
Now, let me say this before we continue. Whenever you have construction going on, I don't know if you've been alive more than a day, right? You know that when there is major construction going on or there's major renovation going on, there would be fencing around all of this property until construction is complete. And the reason why they do that is because you do not want people coming in and stealing materials. You don't want people coming in and vandalizing the place. You don't want homeless folks in your building trying to make a house out of it. There's a whole lot that you don't want to happen. People, arson. I've been on a construction site one time where somebody tried to set the damn place on fire, and the smoke and the fire alarms and all that stuff went off. Sprinkler system went off, and we had to come in and make everything safe. You know, we had to come in and shut down the power to make sure everything was safe and that they can still operate certain parts of the building while they had a one of those renovation companies come in and dry everything out. So that's what you're looking at there. Now, what he did was he came out of this place. This is the building he was in. No, not the high school. He was in the middle school. This is one of the doors he was in. So let me back out of this. Uh-oh. Can't do it here. Go back to Google Earth real quick. Let me turn this thing right here. Now, don't get me wrong. The location is nice. I mean, it's a great property, but you got it for free. And if you think I'm lying, this is straight off of Google Earth. This is straight off Google Earth. There's a Boys and Girls Club behind it. Shit. Gotta stop hitting my mouse. There's a Boys and Girls Club behind it. A nice little lake here. You zoom in a little bit if you haven't seen it. Damn, I gotta stop hitting that damn mouse. All right, there we go. So here's what you're looking at. Okay. Now let's continue with the video.
I'm the King Kong consciousness because I do the work, family. This the Nat Turner John Jacques Dessalines gymnasium. I said, this the John Jacques Dessalines Nat Turner gymnasium. Who pulling up? Who pulling up? One-on-one midnight basketball with the queens. Hey, ladies. Hey, ladies. $100 gets you a one-on-one basketball game at midnight with the prince inside of the Turner Dessalines.
Wait, you know what I just noticed? He's not even in the same building anymore. The way he stitched this video together makes you seem like he's in the same building. There is no gym. From what I can tell, there is no gym on this particular school. See, this is the building he was in before. I don't know if you can see my mouse here. This is the building he was in before. Unless he walked to this building right here, which may be a gym for the middle school. Now, that may be entirely possible, that he walked straight across to there. But he has both of these buildings. Why hasn't he shown us this one? From what I can tell, from the paperwork, there is plenty of stuff wrong with it. They had foundation issues on both of them. That may be due to who built it. Maybe they didn't compact the soil properly, and maybe the foundation failed. But yeah, so it kind of makes sense. He's in that building there.
Over cookies, I'm just kidding. Politics over punani, I'm just kidding. Revolution over romance, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, he's still talking about women.
We still got the date with the doctor, $500. We still got the date with the doctor, $500, ladies. $500 donation. I'll take you on lunch date anywhere you want. $500 donation to the school. Look at the melanin drip. Look at the melanin drip. Y'all see the melanin dripping? Do y'all see the oh, look at the melanin.
Be serious, bro.
Look at the dark cashew. Look at the dark cashew, revolutionary African brown. Look at the melanin drip. It's Leo season every day. It's Leo season every day. Y'all see the melanin drip? Look at the melanin drip. The sun right there. I salute the sun. The sun is my astrological father. I'm a son of the sun. I'm King Leonidas. I'm a son of the sun. Don't get mad at me.
Leonidas was a white man.
Oh, yes. Who coming to paint day? Ladies, ladies, you got to be natural to come to paint day. You can't come to paint day unless you got natural hair. I'm sorry, ladies. If your hair not natural, you can't come paint. Gotta be natural. You must be a donor and you must be natural. You must be a donor and you must be natural. You must be a donor and you must be natural. Oh, yes. Cashew dipped in chocolate. That's my color. Cashew. I'm warm cashew dipped in chocolate. That's my official skin tone. Warm cashew dipped in chocolate. Stop
I think I just threw up in my mouth.
You Negro peons!
I guess that was for me as well.
Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan.
All right, so I screen recorded it and it starts over, right? So there you have it. When was the last time Dr. Umar addressed anybody on YouTube, really? Like, he had a lot to say about Kevin Samuels and everybody else. You know, he called him a false teacher, pandering for money. I pretty much called him the same thing. I mean, it's true. There's so many false teachers out there, people that are beholden to the whole pro-black moniker. And what I've noticed about the whole pro-blackism or colorism and everything else, all this stuff is just other black folks trying to oppress people. You got to understand something. He wants to build this school with all black dollars, not realizing that most of the money in this country passes through some white man's hand at some point, passes through men of other races' hands at some point, majority of white, into a black man's hand, and he has to turn around and take his hard-earned dollars and give it to this man, or a black woman and give it to this man to support his vision of a school, which may never, ever open. I've showed you the paperwork. I showed you that he has pretty much told on himself with this building. As much money as folks has poured into him and sent to him, this school should be a whole lot further along than that. When you go to his Twitter, let me minimize this for a second. You know, the address for the school is right there. You can look on Wilmington property search and permit search and see for yourself. But when you go to his Twitter and you look at his tweets, remember when I said he's in a different city every week? 13-year Harlem anniversary. Okay. Then right after that, November 8th, Delaware again. In Virginia. 3 days later, 5 days later after that, Chicago. Then he heads across seas to Brazil for 5 days and then comes back right at Thanksgiving. And then he's gone again another 5 days later here. And then he has a couple of days later, he's here in December in Omaha, New England. And then at a graduation at a hotel on the 16th. So this is the longest stretch where he's not really going anywhere, and he didn't put out a schedule throughout the holidays. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And if you go further back in his Twitter timeline, let's see if I can find some more here. If you go back in his Twitter timeline, you'll see the rest of his calendar. Let's see where we're at. I got to go a little further back. See if I can find some more of his calendar. You can see throughout the year, he's been in a different city. Now, some people may say, "Oh, you're just hating on him." No. How are you supposed to be building a school when you're traveling all the time? The man got to eat, got to have hotel, got to have plane tickets to get to all these places. So he's effectively eating up a lot of the money that he has going in. So let's go back here. Let me go to his YouTube page real quick. Let me find something here. I'm going to show you his YouTube, and then I'm going to wrap this up. Because I think I've been on here long enough. Been a long work day. I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning, West Coast time. All right, let's see here. I just got to pull a name here. I want you to look at that. Come on, get off of that. Do not. And it still looks the same. I don't want to give a shit about that. Anyway, let's go back here. Now, for those of y'all that don't know, this site is called Social Blade. Now, if he spent as much time as he does on Instagram, because YouTube is more lucrative than all the other platforms, if he spent all of his time on YouTube cultivating his audience like so many people have done, because I've heard of people making 10 to anywhere from 10 to 100 grand a month on YouTube. If he cultivated his channel, maybe cleaned up some of his talking points, he can make some serious money off of YouTube. Hell, if Fresh and Fit did it. Look at this shit. $3,000 off of YouTube. It's the last time he was live on YouTube. I thought he had more subscribers than this. 201K. I thought he had 300, but oh well. But if he spent his time cultivating his YouTube, he would definitely get the views, the viewership that he needs. And the school would have been built by now. It takes a long time to get to 100K, where lead attorney said that he was making, what, over 10 grand a month? With just 10,000 subscribers. This man has 201,000 uploads. About the same number, you know, KS hit this number right here, uploads, and had 1 million subscribers. Now imagine if he had polished, as eloquent as he speaks, and if he had polished himself enough, he'd probably make the money he needs to open the school and just off his YouTube channel. But hey, I mean, what do I know? Let's continue to scroll back. Let's see if we can find some more of his timeline. So I'm gonna go way down here because he posts this shit like every day where he's gonna be. And then he also posts several links to where you can donate and send your tax deductible donations. Like case in point. Case in point. That you can become a monthly subscriber of his. Ain't no telling how much money. Look at this dumbass right here. You're really an inspiration. Inspiration for what? Sure, this is the guy you want leading your kids, and he has two kids out of wedlock. Ain't married neither one of the women he has children with. And I'm not saying he doesn't do any good stuff. But like I said, my issue with him is misleading people as far as the school goes. This school should be well open by now. Let's see. We got a timeline here. But you get the point. I can scroll all the way down his timeline. Give me a second. And find out every date where he's been somewhere. Like I said, different city, sometimes once a week, twice a week. He's gone. That money has to go somewhere. If your major selling point is opening this school, why hasn't it happened yet? Why do you keep pushing back the date? I'm not just making a video. I'm just holding you accountable, just like you try to hold everybody else accountable for the things you say, the things you promise, and not deliver on. So many black men have come along and made promises and didn't deliver. You're everywhere with everybody. In my opinion, just spending money. Look at this shit. So please tell me, who the hell are you talking to in Brazil? Who you talking to in Brazil? Come on now. Seriously. Let me know. Like I said, I pulled your paperwork. You ain't doing shit. This school is a money pit. It is. Oh, wait a minute. We got building sketches? Oh, so disappointing. So disappointing. Anyway, let's see. Let me go back to the permit search real quick. Now, anybody can Google this. It's not really hard to do. I'm only going to pull up one of the buildings and then I'm going to get out of here. Let's go to the back. So as you can see, these are the people that owned it before. They spent a lot of money. Let me bring this up a little bit. We zoom in. Take my iPad down. These folks spent a lot of money. Which should let you know there's a lot of problems that they've had with this place. Which further leads me to believe that's why they gave it away. Let's look at the last permit that was pulled here. Let's see. Building permit, electrical rough-in. One of the last things that was done. Application received date in 2020. It is 2023. This is 3 years old. $16,000 to do some electrical work, which lets me know that as long as that building sat empty, there was probably some vandalism or some updating that probably needed to happen in order to open that place up. And yet we still don't have the place open. What's taking so long, man? What is taking so long? Let's look at another one. Now, plan review. Again, no real new updates. Nothing. Since the last time I did a video, no real updates. No real updates. All I saw new was the signage that they put out front that he paid for. This was the last person, this Gregory Malaseco, did the plumbing. Not a black man. With a name like that, not a black man. But yet you only want black dollars to go in here, but you don't care who does the work. Right. But people like myself, electricians like myself, are not coming in there if you're not paying for it. And that's not a knock. There's no home team discount. We got to live too. We got to, be able to afford things. If I get hurt trying to install something in here, are you going to pay that? Not at all. But like I said, nothing new to see here. Again, 611, that is this building right here. That is this building right here. And if I showed you the satellite photos, this place is in the hood. I mean, it could be so much more. It could be so much more with the right people involved. If he asks for help from some people that actually have built schools, because there are several black men who have built schools over the years. If you've seen the Lord Jamar interview where he talked about the guy that built the school based off of handouts, hand-me-downs and, you know, desks, furnitures. They borrowed, he resourced like hell to get the things to open the school. And he started with trailers and had that school up and running, what, a year or two? Bruh, you were gifted these buildings. You have maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars of your folks' money. This man had nothing and got a school running. It's still running to this day. Still running to this day. And when you got pressed on it in Lord Jamar video, you sidestepped like a damn politician. Come on, man. I mean, what else is anybody supposed to do other than question your motives and why you haven't done anything? Why haven't you done anything? Look at this gorgeous piece of property. And you haven't done anything. You didn't build this place. It already existed. Already existed. Already freaking existed. And yet, here you go. Man, I didn't mean to do that, but I'm trying to clean up the image a little bit. Come on now. Let's stick a pin in this one. Go on now. Like nothing. I mean, you ain't got nothing better to do. I'm surprised you don't show up to this stream. I'm surprised. I mean, matter of fact, let me title this bookmark so I can save it here so I can keep typing it in. And then I'm going to take my ass to bed. I await your response, sir. I really do. I await your response. Anyway, that's all I got for today. I'm gonna close it down. You know what I'm saying? Please like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. If I missed anything, did I not catch everything in that particular video? Because I'm just tired of this dude, man. Like, I'm so sick of people making excuses. I'm tired of the grifters who come in and out of the community. They you know, no different than white supremacists in my opinion. And all they do is extract resources, just like the church and everybody else. They ain't doing shit for the community around them. They ain't doing nothing. Just sucking up money and then blaming you for why there's no money in the community. And that's all I got, man. I'm out.